Hello guys, and welcome to another day on the Ride VIP YouTube channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to show you guys the Range Rover that I bought, and we do have some good news. First of all, it does need a wash. I have not done none of that because at this point it's not important. What is important is, hey, can we keep this Range Rover from overheating? And so far the answer is yes. This lake is exactly 3 miles away from my house, and I went ahead and I drove here. And we don't have any water leaks or any other type of leaks from the bottom. I'll show you some other things. So first, let's take a look at the temperature gauge. Right now, basically that it is what it is, like right there. As you can see, not doing anything major. Let's pop the hood. Because I know if you've seen some other videos where it was overheating and there was a lot of stuff going on, wasn't looking good. This is what the water looks like right now. It does not appear to be bubbling. At this point, I do not want to open anything up because I want the system to seal everything up. So what I want to show you guys in this video, I want to just give you a walk around, show you some of the things that I've ordered for this Range Rover, and also I want to show you a little bit about kind of like what I'm planning to do next, basically. So let's start with this. So at this point, the engine cover is off. It's sitting actually in the trunk. So I do have that pretty engine cover. This engine is kind of dirty, and it's a good sign that nobody tried to just stick it to me, make it look like it's a nice clean Range Rover, and it wasn't, okay? So as you can tell, whoa, let's see. What is this? It's weird how it has all this stuff on it, because this does appear to be a brand new type of brand new thermostat housing with a thermostat, but at this point there is no thermostat inside because I have removed the thermostat after I removed the housing. I just pushed it back and peeled it out of there, and then it broke apart on me and fell. I did order a brand new thermostat. Now I did get a brand new water pump as well, because when a vehicle's overheating, don't necessarily think, oh, head gasket. You can't assume that. Now, it can be a head gasket, or it might just need a water pump. Now, in this particular situation, you know, it was very tricky to find out what it is. Is it a head gasket? Is this a water pump? So let's take a look over here in the back. Let's see if we have any water coming out of the tailpipe. No drips or drizzles just yet. So we do have a tow hitch here with some kind of bolt. Why is there a bolt here? That's weird. Seems like it's just welded on. So this does seem kind of like massive. Like, I guess you could do some stuff with it. Now, this here is just opens like this. For the trunk, I'm not sure if this is automatic because really there's no way to really open the trunk. There's like, you know, not enough room to just grab anything and open it. Now this is sort of like a button here. I guess I'm just going to remove this ugly sticker. This is how you unlock the trunk and lock it. It does say Sport HSE. I will be replacing these badges to make it look a little bit nicer. Probably the rest of this badging too. But at this point, this is like not even a big deal. Probably going to go to a black badge over here. But I don't know if this is automatic tailgate. At this point, it's not. What I end up doing is once I unlock it from the inside like a BMW, I just reach under and I just like push it out. But I don't know. So we do have a cover here. It is attached with a zip tie. So I don't know what that's about, because sometimes that's where the tow hitch is. It's hidden or usually over there. But at this point, we don't care. So what else did I get for it? I get brand new black grills for here, the newer style, brand new grill for the front, the new style. And you might be thinking that these grills are non-functioning. They are functioning. This is an actual like a air pickup. So one of them has got a plastic behind it, but one of them has like a hole right there, and that sucks air in. So this is for like the air box. So you can see like the whole airbox system here, and it just kind of like goes out over there. So You see these washer nozzles here? I went ahead and bought 2 black ones. One for here, one for there. This bumper here can use like some kind of like a nice flare to it, like over here, you know. Same thing for the back. I would like to add something like the new Range Rovers have, like the new Sport. They have like this beautiful looking like a black type of piece, and I want to add like nicer looking exhaust tips over here to make it look cooler. And I know I'm talking about the cool stuff, but what's important is to fix what I do have. So we do have like loose LED lighting over here, and I don't even know how they're staying in here, but they are. So if the LED light is working, I'm not sure if it is, then we just need this glass. But I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the whole light to go in the back. It is tinted, which is nice. I'm not sure what kind of tent it is. It looks like the legal kind, but in South Carolina, there is no rules when it comes to that. As you can tell, all this talking that I did, temperature's still staying the same. So it looks like I do not need an engine after all. Then look at this ugly looking dash. It's all cracked like this. This is normal. This happens to Range Rovers. I went ahead and actually I ordered the new dash for the top. It's just a dash trim piece. And this here that's ripped, I ordered a brand new one of that. But also something's going on with this. I'm not sure what's up with this lid, but something's going on with it. Like it doesn't lock. Like it's just very loose. I did just get the trim piece, but I might just have to buy a whole new piece over there. As far as the radio, sometimes it's working, sometimes it basically goes blank and it doesn't work, and this screen will just go blank as well. So some kind of electrical short, perhaps a loose fuse or loose screws. The electrical seats, they do not work. So this one doesn't work. And let's go to the back and find out if this one's working. So this one is working. So that's a good sign. Now we do have like weather mats in here, but the floor feels a little bit wet over here, okay? Some Range Rovers, they develop a leak. So I don't know if this one has that problem, but usually the leak is coming from the sunroof, which you just need to clean some channels, and that's gonna be good. And then also these speaker grills are missing. They're about $40 a piece. I do have one of them. The other one I just need to order. I need to figure out which one I have, left or the right. So that's gonna cost me like 40 bucks. But anyways, any parts that I bought for it that I need, I'm gonna put in the description of the video. All of the costs associated with the vehicle, from buying it to repairing it. And I'm just gonna keep updating the list as we go in. So I will need a couple new tires. The tire tread is great. Like, see how deep my fingers sink? It's nice and deep, so that is good. But whatever brand this is, Delante. Delante sounds like a good brand. What is this? So this is just a dirty rim, so I gotta wash the rims. But we got this bubble over here, so I don't know what's up with this bubble. Could be curbing it, you know. I don't know if they got warranty on these tires. I need to find out who sells them. Perhaps they could look the model up and see if they could warranty out. We have a smaller bubble over here. Let's see. What about here? No bubbles that I could tell. No bubbles that I could tell on this one either. Now these rims, I don't know if this is original or aftermarket, but I do know that Range Rover Vogue or Evoque or something has these rims. These are 22s, and it fits that model and it fits the Sport. Now the original Range Rover wheels that look like this, they cost $3,600. Now an aftermarket version of these same wheels, they cost $1,200. So a big difference. Judging by the tires, I mean, the tires are good. As you can see, look at the good tread on there. But the fact that they're Delante and they're all matching, they got like a flag on them. You know, judging by that, like somebody actually bought good tires Just they probably curbed them or whatever. Maybe it's not. Maybe Delante is not a good brand. I don't know. So far, what do we have here? We got some condensation in here. Water's not bubbling, so that's a good sign. Now that right here, I don't know why is that going on. This is the power steering fluid. Perhaps the power steering pump is working, and that's why that's happening. So now let's. I'm gonna get inside. Let's talk about some other stuff. Guys, I got inside. Looking at the temperature gauge, it's slightly below half, which is perfect. That's already a good sign. I want to run this vehicle as much as possible. Now, what has fixed it is a couple head gasket additives that I've used. I used the radiator one, and I used the head gasket type of seal. So one of them is called. So one of the head gasket seals, it's K-Seal, and small bottle. It says pour and go. I did that. I started the vehicle up a couple times. It was still overheating. There might be a period you have to wait, maybe like 24 hours before that works. But anyways, I let it cool down twice, and I let it get to the full operating temperature twice. And it went slightly above, and we just had to shut things down and leave it alone. And then next time I tried some radiator stop leak, which I've used, and it does seem like it actually fixed the radiator. There's no more hiss over there. So that's a stop leak for the radiator, and it's by Burns or Bonds or whatever, you know. I will show you this in a video, what it looks like. And then I bought a couple more head gasket fixes. I know I mentioned this before, but this is a new video, and I don't know if you're watching this for the first time. So I bought a couple more just to see if those will fail, they will not work. I'm gonna try them as well. It might sound stupid, but that's actually is kind of smart. That's a lot better than you having to pull out the engine. It's much better to be out of $100 spending those 4 kind of liquids right there and just keep trying it, than just giving up and saying, you know what, let's just spend a couple $1,000, and it might cost you even more than a couple $1,000, you know, when all said and done. Just the labor could cost you that much if you're gonna hire somebody to do it. Plus, you're gonna have to buy the head gasket and everything else, the bolts, and they're only one-time use, they stretch. But anyways, even if they're single use, I would basically replace the bolts anyways. You want to make sure that you don't have to go back in there and do anything else. You want to do things properly. Now, I'm always optimistic. You know, sometimes I get lemons a lot, and I never lose my hope, because here's what I think. Range Rovers are expensive. BMWs are expensive. If it fails, I could always part it out. So I could always get another one parted out, and now I have parts. That's how I always look at it. And also, here's how I look at it. Like, I did not spend $80,000 to $100,000 on this vehicle. I spent $2,500. That's how much the bid price was. $2,500. That's a winning bid. And the rest of it is fees and everything. So it turned out to be $3,038 plus a dealer fee, $150, plus another fee of $20 that they charge now at the branch if you pay using the branch, which is kind of stupid. But they're charging it. It's like they need the money, but they charge you to give them the money, basically. That's a new fee. I never seen it before. But anyways, all of those things, that's what it costs. And of course, all those liquids cost me $100. And then the towing, the guy said 200. I took him down to like 150. So he towed it for like 150. But this morning, once I got the vehicle back, guess what? All those liquids I put in, which was like only 2 for the radiator fix and the K-Seal. I mean, it sat overnight. They brought it in the morning. I did not do anything to it. I just basically, I opened up the hood. I look at the water. I see that it's a normal type of level because I filled it up yesterday. And what did I do? I just started it up, put the timer for 15 minutes, and I was over there monitoring the situation. After the 15 minutes, I started recording video because it's been idling for a while. It did not fail, and then I took it on the test drive, which was the last video. And now I've taken it on a longer test drive just to see what it can do. But I did get a new radiator, new water pump, new thermostat, as I mentioned. But before I will replace them, plus they still have to come in, I want to do a pressure test again. So I ordered myself my own pressure tester kit. I didn't have one. I just ordered one, like a 28-piece one. It's going to come in tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a pressure test and see if it even holds any kind of pressure. It needs to hold 16 psi of pressure. Once we find out what that does, my next goal is If it doesn't hold the proper pressure, I'm going to use another one of those head gasket repair things. I'm going to put it in there, let it run, heat it up, cool it down, heat it up, cool it down, heat it up, cool it down, you know, as a preventive type of maintenance. And then once I figure out that it does hold the proper pressure, I'm going to install a brand new radiator, because I don't want like none of those elements to be blocking the radiator to keep it from warming things, you know, cooling things down. So I'm going to put a brand new radiator and a brand new water pump and a brand new thermostat, because right now the thermostat's removed, the water's free flowing, so it's constantly cooling the engine, which is good. You do need to remove it in order for you to use the head gasket cleaner. Now, for the next step, once I need to put head gasket cleaner, I need to make sure I flush the whole system. It has to be clean water in there, or like a clean fluid. It needs to just be that, and then you put the head gasket mix. So I still plan to do that just as a preventive type of measure. And I'll still think about how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to record a video how I will do it. But once I get it done and over with, I will then install another radiator. And then I'm going to use this other head gasket repair, which is by Buns or whatever, and leave it in that system. It says just to leave it, which will help then seal up any kind of things, you know, just as a preventive type of maintenance. So that's kind of like what I plan to do. And then I'll make individual videos showing you little things that I do to it and let you know how things are going. But anyways, I think we're not out of the woodworks yet, but I think we're close. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself and see you in the next video. Hey guys, bye-bye. I made it home okay. It's not overheating. It is right there. And I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Thanks for watching.